92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The guy on the phone to do a second date update today took his date biking.
That's awesome.
I've gone on a bike date before. It didn't work very well for me.
Why?
I showed up. She was on her bike. I had my tricycle with me. And she thought that was cute at first, but it was just really tough to keep up with her.
Yeah.
You know,
You
trying to
pedal
pedal
hard.
the tricycle behind her. Then I got frustrated and got off the thing, ended up throwing it into the water. It was by where we were biking, cussed at her, and stormed off. It's the last time I ever go on a bike date, I can tell you that much. Hopefully his bike date went better than mine. What's up, Scott? How are you?
I'm doing good, guys. How you doing?
Not too bad. Thank you very much for your email and agreeing to do the second date update. So tell us a little bit about the girl that you want to call today.
Well, her name is Veronica, and I actually met her in a hot yoga class.
Nice.
Oh, I always think it's kind of weird for a guy to hit on a girl in a hot yoga.
Well, it wasn't in hot yoga. It was actually outside of hot yoga.
Oh, you didn't do it right in the middle of the class? Like, it's all quiet, and they're supposed to be like, hey, what's your name? My name's Scott. You can call me Scotty B. You didn't do it like that?
No, because it was my first time doing hot yoga, and I didn't realize how hot yoga got. So
It's true to its name, sir.
yeah, well, I mean, it was. I almost passed out. So I had to excuse myself from the hot yoga room, and then like maybe a minute later, Veronica comes out. It was her first time, and she didn't know how hot it was.
So you guys both were about to pass out.
Yes, so we were
That's awesome.
both in the hall, dehydrated, and sort of laughing at each other. And so, struck up a conversation over that, and turns out we both like to exercise and stay fit, and I told her I like biking, and she said she liked biking, so I said, maybe you'd like to go biking sometime, and she said sure, so I got her number, and we set up a biking date.
That's pretty cute because nobody looks attractive when they walk out of a hot yoga class, especially when they're about to pass out.
No, well, yes. We both needed water pretty bad at that
Yeah.
point.
So how long after you met did you go on your bike date?
It was about 3 days later,
Okay.
so it was pretty soon, yeah.
And I'm hoping you showed up to your bike date dressed like you were doing the Tour de France. Just all,
shorts.
spandexed out everywhere.
Sponsors,
No, there was no spandex on my part. She was wearing spandex, and she looked fantastic in them. But, she also packed us a lunch.
Oh, that's cute.
So
That's cute, yeah.
it was cool. So we biked for about an hour. We stopped. We had lunch. We had some great conversation over lunch. We were both laughing at each other, and it was a great time. We packed up, biked another hour back to where our cars were, and then we get to the cars, and she just, she throws her bike in the back of hers and says, I really got to go. Talk to you later.
That was it? Like, she didn't stop to talk, or you guys didn't hug or kiss or anything?
No hug, no kiss, no nothing.
Did she seem pissed about something?
Not pissed, just she just seemed like she was in a real big hurry, and she just packed up and left.
Did she seem nervous at any point during the date? Like, 'cause sometimes I get nervous and I do weird things.
No, it wasn't like that at all. No awkwardness at all.
That's good.
You
At
didn't.
least I thought so.
You didn't flash her while you guys were out in the woods, did you? Just a little flash,
Why would
and maybe you forgot about it.
Yeah, I would have remembered if I would have flashed her.
Are you
Thank
sure?
very much.
I forget all the time that I do, and then people remind me.
it is an issue?
But even if she was in a hurry, I cannot understand why she will not return any of my phone calls.
When you
Yeah,
guys,
that's true. I mean, if she even had to get out of there for an appointment or something like that.
Which I understand completely. If she had to be somewhere but the thing was, she never said she had to be anywhere. So
Right.
it sort of came out of nowhere. It's like, ooh, I gotta go. All right, maybe she's in a hurry for something. And then, like that was about a week ago. I've been calling her, and no answer, no return calls.
What was the last thing she said to you?
I'll talk to you later.
oh,
All right, and
that's brief.
she lied to you because she's obviously not talking to you later. All right, well, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update. In case you missed the first part, Scott is on the phone with us, and he wants to call a girl named Veronica. They went out biking for a date, had a fun time, and at the end of their bike ride, she just got to the car, threw her stuff in, and left, like in a hurry. No real goodbye or anything, and she hasn't called him since. So we're about to get her on the phone and find out what went wrong on the date. Scott, I think I might have figured it out for you, though.
Oh, really? What's that?
Yeah, because you have no idea why she would have left like that. Like, the date was fine, everything seemed
No
good.
idea.
I think there's a couple options. One, I know when I go on bike rides, long bike rides like you guys went on, it shakes things up, and I usually have to go to the bathroom. So maybe she had to take a toozy, and that's why she was leaving in a rush, or she actually did it while you guys were riding on the bike path and had to leave.
Poop is one of the
And-
reasons that you're naming.
Or
This is so
she's addicted to meth, and
reasonable.
her dealer just got a shipment in that day, and so she had to run out to that, and then she's been holed up in like a meth den for the past couple weeks and hasn't answered you because she's been doing that. So those are probably the two best options I can think of right now.
Well, yeah, I'm not too keen on either of them.
Okay,
So
but
maybe we should just call her and find out.
All right, I guess that's a good idea. I'll dial her phone number right now and get her on the phone and see what went wrong. Yeah, I mean, maybe she'll answer in a meth. I don't know, dude. I mean, she seems kind of shady to me.
Yeah, because
you know?
most people you meet in a hot yoga class are normally meth heads.
Yeah.
Those two things go hand in hand.
Meth addicts love it. Okay, man. I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Veronica.
Yes, this is her.
Hey, Veronica, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio show.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't really listen to the radio. Oh, why exactly are you guys calling?
Well, I'm calling you because one of our listeners sent us an email about you and asked us if we could get you on the phone.
Oh, okay.
His name is Scott. He's a guy that you recently went on a date with.
Yeah.
Well, he emailed us because he says after your date and after your bike ride, you just sort of like threw your stuff in the car and left in a rush and haven't talked to him since. So he was wondering if we could get you on the phone and ask him why you don't want to talk to him.
I really don't want my business out there. I mean, is this, like, can people hear me?
Yes, but is it your business? If it's something that like is embarrassing for you, you don't have to talk about it. But you can just tell me if he did something wrong. That's really all I need to know.
I mean, yes, it was his fault.
Okay. So if it's nothing bad on you, do you mind telling us what he did so that at least we can give him an answer? I'd really appreciate it.
I mean, if that's what's going to make him sleep better at night, okay.
It will.
Yeah.
Thank you. So what did he do?
I mean, when I first met him, I thought he was a really good guy. He seemed like a really nice guy. But after our date, I have no respect for him.
No
What?
respect for him.
That's huge.
None. I just feel like he's a completely different person than who I thought he was.
Did he say something like horrible to you?
No. It's just I don't respect him and the things that he contributes to. And, I just don't respect him as a human being.
The things that he contributes to?
I actually got there a lot sooner than he did, so I had unpacked my bike, and I kind of met him at the beginning of the trail. So, we had our date, and when we got back, I noticed he drove this enormous SUV.
I'm still waiting for a problem.
I mean, they contribute to a lot of pollution that's going on in the world today.
So you're not calling him back because he drives an SUV?
I can't date somebody who is knowingly polluting the environment. I mean, if you really look, literally an SUV will kill 20 birds a month. That's 200 birds he's killing a year by driving some astronomically big vehicle.
Right.
But why wouldn't you just tell him that upset you?
Because he's not going to change. That's who he is. And if that's who he is, I don't want to be with him. I mean, I plan on having kids one day, and he's destroying the environment that my kids are going to grow up in.
So you hate SUVs, and that's the reason?
No, I don't hate SUVs. I hate people that drive SUVs that are destroying the environment that I live in, the air that I'm breathing.
Okay.
You guys are laughing at me while you're talking to me.
Well-
I don't understand.
The reason that we're laughing is it seems like kind of an extreme move to not date somebody just because of the car they drive.
An extreme move? Do you know that pollution kills more than 1 million seabirds and 100 million mammals every year?
I did not know that.
Killing the environment.
But the thing, like that, I think it's an incredibly noble cause. I just don't know if your tactic for tackling the environmental issues is probably just not dating people who drive SUVs.
So what are you doing to help the environment? I'm guessing nothing at all.
Oh, yeah, Brooke.
I recycle.
All right.
I compost. Okay, I compost.
Did you know that we are the number 2 country producing carbon dioxide on a daily basis? Number 2. Number 1 is China.
I did not know that.
It is
And
messed
I
up.
would love to tell Scott all this information to let him know what a bad person he is, don't you?
I sense your sarcasm, and I really don't even want to talk to him. He's a bad person. He's bad for the environment, and I don't want anything to do with him.
That's going to be kind of tough because he's actually on the other line listening right now and wants to talk to you.
Hey, Veronica, it's me, the bird killer.
Whoa.
Are you going to outlaw cats because they kill birds too?
What's going on? I didn't even know he was on the phone.
Yeah.
What are you guys
It's
doing?
a detail I left out.
I didn't know I was such a bad person like Jack the Ripper. Holy cow.
You are a bad person.
Whoa.
I drive an SUV. So do thousands of other people.
You don't need an SUV. You don't even have a family. It's just one. Get a smaller car.
Good point.
You're telling me how to live my life?
Bottom line, Scott, you are destroying the world with your SUV. And you know what? I think it's disgusting and repulsive. So it is what it is.
Wow.
Well, you know what? Bottom line, you're insane. I respect the environment as well, okay? Just because I don't drive the kind of car you think I should drive doesn't mean I don't care. Doesn't mean I'm a bad person at all.
I'm surprised you just didn't take a match and light the whole entire forest up while we were doing.
Oh.
I'm surprised you just didn't burn everything down. So that's what you're doing driving
Wow.
an SUV.
Wow, you know what? After hearing you talk, I'm surprised you didn't drug me and harvest my organs for birds.
What? Oh my God.
The world would be a better place without you. I probably should have done something like that.
Veronica,
Wow, Veronica.
don't you think that you're being a little extreme? Like, you know, your message is
Not
getting
extreme,
lost.
she's being crazy.
You know what, Scott? I'm the only one in this whole entire conversation that's actually speaking the truth. And I'm actually glad I'm on the radio so it can expose how mindless and how simple and how disgusting you are as a person.
Oh, my God.
You know
And
what?
by the way,
I'm going to-
hold on. My last fact. By the way,
Oh, another fact. Okay, let's hear it.
Oh, yeah. You're driving an SUV using gas because you're not in a hybrid or an electric vehicle. Well, every 1 million tons of oil that is shipped, approximately 1 ton of that gets wasted in the water. So now you're not only pollutioning our air, it's the ocean, it's the air, it's everything. You're an evil person.
Oh, my God.
This is a perfect time to ask Veronica, would you like to go out on a second date with Scott? We will pay for it.
You must be f***ing stupid to even ask me that question. I'm not going out with that guy again.
Yeah, he is.
I am kind of stupid,
Yeah.
yes. So
point.
no
It
second date.
doesn't matter because after hearing her talk, my has gone up into my body.
Wow.
Whoa.
That seems also.
Sounds
But I won't be urinating anymore, so I won't flush the toilet, and I'll be saving the earth.
It's an interesting way to think about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, actually, your inside your body will be great because that means you're not going to be populating the earth with more idiots like you.
Nice bird.
Nice.
I can drive them around in my SUV because I got plenty of f***ing room in the back.
Wow. That
All right, well, you
escalated.
guys. Scott, thank you for your email. Veronica, thank you for your time. I just want you to take comfort in knowing that your message was heard loud and clear.
Very loud.
Good.
Yeah. Thank you, Veronica.
Goodbye.
Scott?
Can you believe her? That's the most crazy bull I've heard. Holy crap.
I don't know. The crazy bullshit I've heard is that you drive an SUV. You bad,
Jubal.
bad man.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, I'm feeling very guilty about driving in my SUV right now, and you should. Do you know how many birds have had to die so you could get to work this morning? You evil, ignorant person. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning, talking, of course, about today's second date update. This guy, Scott, wanted to call a girl named Veronica. They went biking. The problem with their date was when they got back to their car, she didn't know what he was driving, and he put his bike in back of his SUV, and that was too much for her to handle because he's killing the world with all of his pollution.
The sad part is she really does have a point. She just gets it lost in her crazy because she was so angry.
Yeah.
And so nobody gets to hear what she actually had to say.
Somebody texted in at 78592 says, the Earth environmental psycho probably smells her own farts. I don't know where the smelling your own farts comes from, but I could see that happening for some reason. Another text in at 78592 that says, I think she just talked me into buying a diesel truck. So maybe she did do some good. Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is just email the show, Brooke and Jubal at moving925.com. What you doing at the Seahawks game is coming up at 8:10.